Welcome back, America. Joshua Greenblatt here, third cousin to David Hogg, and in a committed relationship with the young girl known as G.I. Jane. And I'm here to echo their sentiments. It is time to disarm America because these shootings in the news are evidence of why we should have our rights castrated. So today it's Gilroy, California at the Gilroy Garlic Festival. Last night it was where all my family lives, Brooklyn, New York. You guys know who lives in Brooklyn, don't you? And just the other day, we got another welcome reminder that the only people who own guns are white supremacists. Thank you, CNN. As Anderson Cooper's been saying ever since the days of 112-pound Adam Lanza, America would be a much nicer place if only white police officers had guns. So let's go over the facts. Let's start with the more recent story because this is the United States of amnesia, and who can remember yesterday, especially a Saturday night when probably 2/3 of the nation was passed out drunk. So here it is, the Garlic Festival shooting. What will they think of next? Notice Gilroy, where this happens on the 37th parallel north, and just as a word of caution, if you've never been here before, this is all conspiracy nonsense. Just a bunch of coincidences seemingly show up at every shooting. But anyhow, Gilroy, California is on the 37th parallel. Notice shooting equals 37. The shooting last night in Brooklyn, which probably everybody already forgot, it was July 27th, the day leaving 157 days left in the year, the 37th prime number. Can shooting 37. Back to back. Again, in the United States of amnesia, you got to come heavy with the propaganda because who can even remember who David Hogg is? Of course, he's my cousin. So anyway, what else is neat is Gilroy's on the 121st meridian and Gilroy Garlic Festival equals 121. That truly could be a coincidence or not. 121 has a square root of 11. What did they report last night in the Brooklyn shooting? New York, the 11th state. They said the shooting was 11 p.m. They said 11 people were shot. Then they added +1. They said a guy died. We'll get to that. 11. Call sign of the occult. With regards to today's location, Gilroy, California, has numbers such as 174, corresponds with false flag, a word the AI is sure to catch on YouTube. I'm not saying this is a false flag, YouTube. Don't be silly. It's time to disarm America. Anyway, false flag 174, Gilroy, California 174, conspiracy crap. New World Order also 174. More conspiracy crap, even though it comes out of the mouth of every president and politician and news anchor. Gilroy, California, also 93 like propaganda, also 96 like Freemason, and coincidentally, Freemasonry's into Kabbalah, where this whole code of letters and numbers comes from. That's nothing but conspiracy crap. Don't forget July 28th. Today is the day leaving 156 days left in the year. I've talked about this one many a time before. False flag 156, and what we'll refer to as Brooklyn, New York, Gematria, if you catch my drift. Notice 911's the 156th prime number. Both of these stories back-to-back nights coming from the police department. Who you going to call? 911. This latest incident comes July 28, 2019. A date was 74 numerology. Active shooter 74, Gilroy police 74, Brooklyn, New York 74. A whole lot more to that list. What's funny is this is the 41st edition of the Garlic Festival. Who would shoot up a Garlic Festival? Just think about it. But the 41st edition and Gilroy equals 41. Comes the night after the Brooklyn shooting, 41. Brooklyn, 41. Gilroy, 41. 41, the 13th prime. Who likes 13 in those Masons? Look at who's all weighing in here. Kamala Harris, who coincidentally is going to be on the same debate stage after CNN's random draw in Detroit. CNN assured their viewers it was a random draw. It was just a coincidence that her and Joe Biden ended up back on the stage. Have you guys seen the video of the panicked running people? Most people are just chilling and a group of like 5 people comes running through. Okay. Donald Trump weighed in. The man who was just standing in front of the doctored presidential seal that had the Scottish Rite symbolism, Freemasonry, that said number 45 is a puppet. The aftermath was complete chaos. Again, those Masons, they love that word. Their whole motto was order out of chaos. Funny how they control our government, our media, our police, everything so perfectly orchestrated by this numerical code. Amazing. Even the LAPD is keeping tabs on the situation that's up by San Francisco. This was just such a big deal. You know, let's wait until we watch the video. So first they came out and said at least 5 people injured. Then it jumped up to kills at least 3. CNN's come out with a headline then that says at least 1 dead, as per usual. The numbers are all over the place, but it doesn't matter. It's time to disarm. It's time to get free of the guns. Because then clearly all of our problems will be solved. So here's last night's headline. If you can remember yesterday. For those of you on the East Coast, it was 2 days ago. Anyhow, Brooklyn, New York, 74. Masonic, 74. Jewish is 74. Who could forget that my book was banned on the 74th day of the year? And the distributor of that book was located in Brooklyn, New York, and they were Jewish, and of course, Jewish is 74. Wonder why they banned my book. On the 74th day of the year. Of course, this code is Jewish. Coincidentally, there's a lot of Jewish people in the media too. I don't mean anything though. Not at all. Oh, I forget what else I forgot to put up there. Hold on, I'll just show you real quick. Let's just look at Brooklyn, New York real quick. Brooklyn, New York. 223. You see it? You see the 223? Show you another one that's not too far off. The Synagogue of Satan. But did you see how Brooklyn, New York was 223 and 74? Masonic is 74 and 223 as well. So is Killing, so is Occult, so is Masonic. Back-to-back days, 74 coded all over the incident. By the way, the Director of National Intelligence announced he was resigning today or being replaced. Today's 74 days from his birthday on the 74-day numerology. It's for another time. They sure love that number, though. Yesterday, July 27th, the day this happened, 27/7, like 277, the 59th prime, the NYPD was putting out the results. It was a Saturday shooting in Saturday, have that Gematria connection. They said at least 6 shot in Brownsville, 652 like Brownsville, like Brooklyn, NY, like government. Brooklyn, NY is also 119, like Fraternal Order of Police. This came a span of 47 days from 11/9, September 11th. See what Mayor Bill de Blasio had to say. Him and I were on lockstep. We had a terrible shooting in Brownsville tonight that shattered a peaceful neighborhood event. Our hearts go out to the victims. We will do everything in our power to keep this community safe and get guns off our streets. What a great mayor. What a great statement for America. Take away the rights for a couple bad apples. You guys ever notice that's how, government does everything? They give you like 1 in a billion type of example and say, here's Jeffrey Dahmer, somebody that almost nobody's like now. Let's change all the rules for the millions of the rest of you. Mind control. So again, July 27th, the day leaving 157 days left in the year, the 37th prime, shooting 37, just like the shooting the next day after is in Gilroy up on the 37th parallel. Shooting does have a Gematria 46 as well. The shooting yesterday was on a date with a life lesson number of 46. Shooting and Saturday have quite a bit in common in Gematria. It was 81 days from the mayor's birthday, what we call the old ritual number, with the alphabetic order forwards and reverse. Notice he's 58, that other magic number. Freemasonry, Rosicrucian, Secret Society, 58. So is fraternal. They came and said as many as 11 people shot in Brownsville. Notice the double 11s in both paragraphs. As many as 11 people were shot. Just before 11 p.m. If you ever watch the movie Rosemary's Baby, notice they do everything at 11, 11, 11, 11. Because it's the occult call sign. Or actually, because it's all just a coincidence, actually. That's what I meant to say. Happened on Hedgeman Avenue, 5859, like Freemasonry. Coincidentally, in Hebrew, Freemasonry sums to 59 as well. Coincidentally, 59 is the 17th prime. Modern Freemasonry goes back to 1717. June 24th. Coincidentally. So then here's the latest. 1 dead, 11 injured in New York again, 111. Remember when people made fun of me because in the spring training of the year of the 111th World Series, I said the Mets would be in the World Series. People said, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. And then they were there. And then they got eliminated on November 1st, 11/1, by Eric Hosmer, who came up to the plate with a 111 batting average, who got his first hit that night off Matt Harvey's 111th pitch, who got pulled from the game directly after. Coincidentally, Masons control the police, the government, the media, your sports leagues, credited with American baseball. It's all just a big coincidence. Now, here's my favorite. Oh, they also said it was not only at Hedgeman Avenue, it was also at Christopher Avenue. So I guess 2 avenues intersected. But, when they teach you that nonsensical story about Christopher Columbus, CC 33, just notice the overlap with Christopher and Freemasonry. But here's the ultimate kicker. This person who they've said has died. And by the way, they can't find the suspects. There's some suspects out there apparently that they just can't find in the age of surveillance cameras everywhere. They just can't find them. In a city swarming with police and cameras. They just can't find them. But anyway, they gave you this latest victim. And how old was he? He was 38 years old. My goodness. Death, murder, killing, RIP, all 38. That movie poster, Murder by Numbers, the E changed to a 3, the B changed to the 8 on the cover. No other letters changed to numbers. Amazing. So, as you can see, we clearly need to disarm America because there's a real threat out there, an invisible boogeyman. The police can't even find him. The surveillance cameras can't even see him. Bill de Blasio knows. It's time to disarm. Because again, only white supremacists own guns. Till next time, coincidence theorists.